We're at the return air vent now. You can see this one is in the floor in an out-of-way place under the staircase. Usually you're going to find these in the hall in their own enclosure. In that case, you're going to find the duct actually in the floor of the enclosure. When you've got one like this, there's usually a metal box under this and the duct is in the metal box. Let's have a look at what we're going to find here. Let's remove the grill now and see what it is that we find in there. Okay, well, we found a plastic box rather than a metal one, but it's a box nonetheless. And the duct is not in the bottom, but it's in the side. It's kind of oval shaped rather than round. So the first thing that we're going to do here is we've got to clean this surface, okay? Because in the end we're going to put 2 of our foil board sections up against this surface, and so we want that to be nice and clean. So the first step is cleaning. The second step is we're going to stuff the big duct there with the polyester to anti-rodent it, and then the third one is we're going to put 2 of our foil board sections side by one above the other against here, and we're going to use the sealant basically to glue it in place, okay, and make sure that it's all nicely sealed. Also, if we look here, we do have some substantial gaps of this box to the floorboards. There are gaps all around, in fact, so we're going to seal those up before putting the grill back on. Well, we've cleaned up that surface of the box, so now we're ready to fit the anti-rodent polyester actually into the duct. So we're going to put 4 pieces in there, tightly packed, and we just need to make sure that it doesn't stick out the front, because we want to put the foil board straight across the front, so we don't want any pressure on that. Okay, let's have a go. Just laying them side by side. We want them to be reasonably tightly packed in there. There's the last one. Remember, this is not to make an airtight seal, but it is to discourage rodents from coming in here, and I think that that's a good result. Well, we've put the anti-rodent barrier in, so now it's time to get our foil board in. So we're going to put 2 of these, one on top of the other. So starting with this one, we do need to use quite a lot of UltraClear, so I've cut an extra big hole in the nozzle, and I'm just going to put a great big bead along the bottom. Don't be shy about using it. Okay, and we want to come up this way as well. You can see that the plastic boot is quite distorted. The metal ones are actually better than this. Okay, it's quite a lot of stuff. So I'm just going to press this into the UltraClear. You can see it squeezing out at the bottom, I hope. Move it across there a bit. Okay, now on the end here I've missed a little bit, so I'm just going to use my hands to press it up against the end of the foil board, and the same at this side. I do actually need just a little bit more down this side. That's one of the advantages of using the UltraClear. You might want to use gloves when you're doing this, but remember, it's just water cleanup anyway. So I think that that's the bottom one set, and now we're going to have a go at the top one. Well, we've got the first piece in, now we're going to put the second one in. So let's get ready. Let's put some UltraClear. Firstly, a nice big bead along there to bond them together. And then we're going to need quite a lot here, I think, because this box is really a long way, it's not very flat. So we need to make it up with lots of UltraClear. So this tube has run out. I'm just going to get another tube in the caulking gun. Okay. So again, we've got, I'm just going to use my finger to seal up the edge here. Here as well. I think we did pretty well actually. I might just pop a little bit more in the top there, just in this corner, because the box is so deformed. Yeah, that's great. I can see that there's plenty inside there. It's not quite up the top, but it is very well sealed. Okay, so that's it. We've put the rodent barrier in. We've put the floorboard on top, and it's very nicely sealed all the way around. And so the next part is actually to seal the top around the floorboards before we pop the outlet grill back on.